Time moves in silence. It does not announce its presence. It does not demand attention. It does not pause to ask whether you are ready. It simply continues, steady and unstoppable, carrying every moment of your life forward. Seconds pass quietly. Minutes follow without resistance. Days turn into weeks and weeks into months, often without you even noticing the shift. Life is moving, whether you are moving with it or not. There is a common belief that there is always more time, more chances, more opportunities waiting somewhere in the future. This belief creates a sense of comfort, a feeling that things can always be started later. But time does not operate on promises. Every day that begins is also a day that is lost once it ends. It cannot be saved, paused, or repeated. Once it passes, it becomes part of the past, unreachable and unchangeable. This is not meant to create fear, but awareness, because most people live as if time is unlimited. They delay action. They postpone goals. They convince themselves that the right moment has not arrived yet. There is always a reason to wait, always something that feels more urgent or more comfortable in the present. But waiting becomes a habit. What begins as a short delay slowly turns into a pattern. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. During that time, ideas remain ideas. Goals remain plans. Potential remains unused. Not because it was impossible to act, but because action was postponed. Time is one of the few resources that cannot be recovered. Money can be earned again. Skills can be learned at any stage. Failure can be corrected with effort. But time once spent is gone permanently. This is what makes it valuable. And this is what makes ignoring it so costly. Many people believe they are waiting for the right moment, but in reality, they are delaying. Delay feels safe. It feels like preparation. It feels like there is still control. But delay slowly removes opportunity. While you are waiting, life continues. Others are moving forward. Others are taking risks, learning from mistakes, building experience. The difference between where you are and where you want to be begins to grow. Not because they are more capable, but because they chose to begin. There will never be a perfect time. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be distractions. There will always be reasons to hesitate. If you continue to wait for ideal conditions, you will continue to wait indefinitely. Time does not adjust itself to your readiness. It continues moving forward. At some point, there will be a moment of reflection, a moment where you look back and evaluate how your time was used. That moment is unavoidable. It comes to everyone. And in that moment, there are only two possible feelings: a sense of pride for using your time with intention, or a sense of regret for letting it pass without action. Regret does not come from failure. It comes from inaction. It comes from knowing that something could have been done, but was not. Right now, there is still time, but that time is not endless. Every day presents an opportunity, but it also reduces the total time available. It is both a gift and a countdown at the same time. This creates a choice. Time can be spent in distraction, or it can be invested in growth. It can be used on activities that provide temporary satisfaction, or it can be directed toward building something meaningful. Both options consume time, but only one creates progress. Many people underestimate how quickly time passes. A year feels long when planning. It feels like there is enough space to delay. But when that year is gone, it feels short. It feels like it disappeared faster than expected. Several years can pass in what feels like a brief moment. If no changes are made during that time, those years begin to look identical. The same routines, the same habits, the same results repeated over and over again. This is how time is lost, not through major events, but through small, repeated patterns. Daily choices shape long-term outcomes. If each day is spent without intention, the result is a life that feels unchanged. If each day includes small, focused actions, the result becomes transformation over time. Change does not require immediate perfection. It requires consistent direction. 1 hour of focused effort can begin a shift. Completing one meaningful task can create momentum. Taking one step forward can break a long period of stagnation. Progress is built in small increments. Time itself is neutral. It does not reward or punish. It simply moves forward. What gives time meaning is how it is used. Every decision contributes to a direction. Habits shape identity. Actions shape results. Focus shapes outcomes. If time is used without purpose, opportunities are lost. If time is used with intention, growth becomes inevitable. There is no need for perfect conditions to begin. There is only a need to begin. Waiting does not create clarity. Action does. The longer action is delayed, the more difficult it feels to start. The sooner action is taken, the easier momentum becomes. The future is not shaped by intention alone. It is shaped by consistent action, and that action always begins in the present moment. Right now is where direction changes. Right now is where decisions are made. Right now is where time can be used differently. There is no guarantee of extra time. There is only the time that exists in this moment, and how it is used will determine what comes next. The question is not whether time will pass. It will. The question is how it will be used before it is gone.